Hey YouTubers, today we're going to be installing a speedometer cable on a CJ2a. Actually, we're going to be taking it off and reinstalling it because I didn't do it quite right the first time. So you get the benefit of seeing how I messed up, and hopefully you won't make the same mistake twice that I did. With that being said, so if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I am not a fan of adjustable wrenches and or slip jaw pliers for taking nuts and bolts off. Unfortunately, for this job, we're going to need some slip jaw pliers. The reason being, I don't have a 1-inch wrench that will fit up into the area where we'll need to take it loose and tighten it up on the transfer case. I'm going to be very careful. Hopefully I won't tear it up too bad. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully this will help you as you're installing your speedometer cable on your project. So surprising enough, one of the hardest parts on putting the speedometer cable on was getting the grommet through the firewall. It came with a new grommet, so I was like, sweet, let me take out the old one. But there it is right there. And so what I ended up having to do was just, I tried all sorts of stuff. I tried pushing it through and then pulling it back. I eventually just ended up trying to get one piece kind of caught where it goes through the wall and seated, and then I just kept on pushing to get the rest of it to go around to seat against that firewall. It was not the most pleasant thing in the world to do, but it just took time and a little bit of effort to get it to work right. Alright YouTubers, here we are under the Jeep. We got my flashlight going. Hopefully you can see we're trying to get that off right there. We're gonna, as you see, it's pretty tight up in there, and so if you don't have the exact right tool for it, it's going to be tough. So today I'm going to just be using slip jaw pliers. The cable I bought, 60 inches for a CJ3a, or I'm sorry, CJ2a. Apparently you only need a 53-inch, so I've got a little bit extra cable. Not easy to get up in there. So this right here is emergency brake, and then coming out of your box, your transfer box right there. So the only way I could get on it was with a bunch of slip jaw pliers, and so I'm just trying to make do. Alright, so we got it off, so I never really explained what we're doing here today. So I got done putting in the speedometer cable over the weekend, and I looked at the bag, and guess what? I had extra parts left over. That's never good, especially when you're buying them. And they have all the parts needed for installation. And I didn't reuse anything. So you never really want to have leftover parts like that. So I went and did some research on the internet, found out this little black piece goes into the end of my speedometer cable. It had come out. I had forgotten about it when I went to install it, and so I installed it without it. So then I had to take it all loose. So the other thing, as I researched it, was apparently you're supposed to put a little graphite down your speedometer cable just for a little lubrication. I didn't do that, so fortunately I have to take it loose anyway and do that, and so I'm going to do it all at once, and you get to see that. Alright, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. If not, oh well. But we're going to push that down in there like that. And then we just got some graphite lube here, nothing special. Picked it up at a local hardware store. And I'm just going to put a couple puffs down in there. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Not a ton, but just enough. Now if you notice, hopefully you can see, this thing is has 4 sides to it. It's kind of a square, and if you're looking here, let me adjust the camera as I spin that. Hopefully you can see that it's moving. So all right, here we are up under the dash, and you can kind of see where it mounts in. We're going to take that out. Hopefully I only hand tighten that thing, and we're going to lube it up and put it right back in. Alright, so we got it lubed up, we got to put it back in. It's got a little bit of movement, more than I would really like, and the one underneath definitely does too. I'm not sure, I couldn't really find a spec on that, but as you can see, I'm pretty close to bottoming out those threads on the bracket, so I'm guessing that's about normal. So hopefully it will work right, and we don't have any problems in the future. If not, I think it's like a $10 part, so I can always replace it. But hopefully that helps. Thanks, YouTubers. I hope that helps you install your next speedometer cable. Again, make sure to use dry graphite before you put it on, and make sure all the pieces are on before you put it on, and you won't have to do the same thing I just had to do. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, hit like, and put any more comments. Maybe you have a tip or a trick